I
don't know.
All right, we are live. It says it right there.
Okay.
Let me. Yay!
Well, StreamYard's watching us so far.
Nice. Let's share to a group. We're going to share to. Let's go to. We'll do it on Bob and Mill today. And where's the other one that I normally do?
Share to our
Delco and the Smack and Jack connection.
You do this bike people, and then you get a lot of F-bombs probably.
Oh, that's true.
What are you idiots doing over there? You guys can't possibly ride
I
motorcycles.
won't share this.
Nah, they're
Not yet.
They're not privy to that.
All right. Okay, so we are on, dude. Ready to get going?
Yes, I'm ready. Well, I'm just taking it for granted that we're on. So, hello, good morning. Hey, Joel, what is going on? Oh, no. Keep talking.
I don't know, Keith. What is going on, and what time is it?
Well.
Wow, we forgot like a major
part of the set.
Once
again, I see another drumstick / amp over there.
All right, so as everybody is climbing on, feel free to scroll on past this if you're watching the replay.
Right, because this isn't. Hopefully, we're going to get better from here. All right, now I'm ready, Joel. Good morning. Hey, Joel, what time is it?
I don't know, Keith. What time is it?
Well, it's
for like the umpteenth time this morning.
It's time once again for Smack and Jack Live here on Facebook Live in lovely Chester County, Pa. And
we'll say it's a little humid.
Yeah, it's very humid. It's a little humid in the studio here this morning. I didn't get in early enough to crank down the AC. Why does this thing just not look right today? I'm glad I don't have to wear a dress. Anywho, all right, let's we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. Joel, as usual, has a nice list of things to talk about, and I'll just sit here and yap and laugh and divert the thing over 100 times. So, we have anybody on yet?
Looks like we have you and me, okay. and somebody else. I think.
I don't see anybody on it. Do you see it?
I see there's 3 people up there.
How come I don't see any?
Yeah, if you are on, my friends, say hello. Give us a little shout out there. All right, shall we get going?
Okay,
so
yes. Grab your coffee. I got mine. It's actually been in a thermos, and you have yours with your what today?
I do with my mug warmer right over here.
As reviewed on Smack and Jack.
Yeah, you can check out our YouTube channel for that review.
All right, grab a coffee. We're going to start a show right now, so we will be right back.
From the Somerset Studios in Westchester, Pennsylvania, it's Smack and Jack Live with your co-hosts Keith and Joel Wenderman.
Good
morning, Barbara. Good morning, Missy.
Missy
looks, is that
Barbara.
A new name on our show? A new
Missy's been on entry, yeah, a number of times.
Has she? Okay, good.
Yeah, good to see everybody today. So, what we got going on today, Keith?
Well, we got a little bit of something about the Jets, and I don't think you're talking about Joe Namath variety.
No Joe Namath today. No. Got a little update on Collingdale coming up. Remember the car that drove into our my rental? Got some good updates there.
Did they ever get that car out of the house?
Well, we will find out.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a mystery. Is it still a parking garage or is it now a house?
Not a parking garage. What's the other thing without a?
Right.
What are they called?
Somebody help us out.
Yeah, come on, Barbara. You got a bunch of them over there.
Where do you park the car where there's no like actual garage? What's that called? Anyway,
carport.
That's right. Yeah, it's still a carport. We'll talk about another vaccine shot. What's going on with these vaccine shots?
Now, this was a little confusing to me.
Yeah, so we're going to talk a little bit about the Delta variant in Florida and what's going on down there. All right, Keith. Before we do any of that, Here's a close early trivia. What is this, folks? Get back to us. What is this? We'll share.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to say because
you're not going to say right now.
No, I'm not.
Because I've already given you the answer. What is this? What could this possibly be used for? Kind of looks like an ironing.
Yeah, or something you see that the maintenance people leave in a public bathroom. And you say, how disgusting is that thing? I don't know.
All right.
We'll find out.
You tell us what that is. We're going to come back and let you know what that is. All right. So yesterday, Keith.
Audience a little slow in the laugh. Yes.
I think
yes,
it was after lunch, probably around 1:30, 2 o'clock in that area. A fighter jet came over our house. And you could hear that thing coming. It got louder. And then it circled around. It was, I have to say, it was one of the loudest things I've ever heard. Can you, and I said to Stephanie at that time, we were both sitting out on the porch, and I said to Stephanie at that time, I was like, man, first of all, I was like, oh, that's a fighter jet. I don't know what's it doing around here. And I said, man, can you imagine being one of those guys on one of the ships?
Yeah, right.
When those things are taking off, and it was so loud. But anyway, did anybody else hear the fighter jet? There was one, there may have been two over your house, wherever you are. And if you're in Delaware County, I'm sure you heard it. You didn't hear it out here, though, right? And there was a helicopter. Turns out that, let's go to our screen share here, that President Biden was at his house in Wilmington.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And here is the schedule. So now I have not actually confirmed this, but we're pretty sure this is what happened. You can see at 1:25, the president arrives in Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay.
And apparently there was a small airplane that flew into the no-fly zone around Wilmington somewhere. I don't know. Is it a 50-mile no-fly zone or something like that? So the fighter jet went up to escort that plane out, and there was an Army helicopter or a big helicopter of some sort. But it was kind of interesting for.
Do you get? Is he going to get charged for that? I mean, what does it cost to put a fighter jet in the air? Now they were probably up there anyway, because
I have no idea.
An eye on
you mean I think it was a Cessna. You think the person in the Cessna would be charged for that?
Right.
I can't imagine that.
How could he not know? How could the people that are directing him, where his flight plane or whatever, not know?
Right.
And if our cousin Dave was on, he could explain this all to us. But that's
funny. I don't know. What do you think, folks? Is that pilot of the little plane going to be charged for sending up that fighter jet, which has got to be like
$180,000?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars.
Just make it out to.
Yes,
the U.S. Right.
Gomer Pyle.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Let us know. Did you hear or see one of those planes yesterday? It was quite an event. I had not heard one of those planes around our house in.
Yeah, I can't remember last time.
Yeah, it was loud. It was really loud. All right.
Okay. Well, we got a lot of people on so far.
Let's say good morning to a few people.
Missy, Barbara, Linda just came on.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning, folks.
A group of.
Thanks for joining us.
The men are all out cutting the grass this morning.
All right. So those who just hopped on here, tell us. We'll go another couple minutes. Tell us what this is, folks. What is this? What do you do with this? Back in the day.
Ooh, yeah, I know what Wheezy would have used it for.
Back in the day, I'll wash your mouth out with soap, young man. Collingdale.
Yes. Hey, what's going on with Collingdale?
Keith, you remember that,
this is your rental property that you have down in Collingdale, and it had a vacant, I guess, a shop office in the bottom.
Yep.
And one evening, somebody thought it was the garage.
Yeah. Apparently confused and thought, well, I'm going to park here for the night. Well, let's take a look at my place in Collingdale, folks. You know that this has gone on for. It was January of 2020. This is how 2020 started out for my family. So it's going on to almost 2 years ago that this has happened, right? So let's show you pictures of what our beautiful architectural delight looked like before all this took place. Go back to my screen share here. And we'll go to here and there. All right. So before anything happened, this was my lovely place in Collingdale. This is part of it.
Mhm.
This is the front part. And that is just a complete architectural delight. I mean, people come from all over the world
Just to see, yes,
to study this
the
particular.
marvel,
Yes.
what is holding those bricks together.
Yes, and this is the side view. Now let's just go over back here. This is the original twin house back here. So that is basically a house by itself right there. Probably about 70 years ago, Stephanie's uncles put on this addition here.
Yeah.
Down here used to be a barber shop. Up top here is an apartment. There was a tenant living up here, as you can see, when this event took place. Right, that tenant was sleeping upstairs here when, lo and behold, this young lady decided to park there for the night. All right, so this we've all
These
seen these
crazy
pictures
kids.
before. We've seen these pictures before. Yeah, crazy kid was like 35, I think.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And yes, this lady came, and I mean this sincerely. She came within inches of being decapitated. This is a wall of brick right here.
Yeah.
That, I mean, if had been over a little bit further, anyway. So Keith, are you ready to see what it looks like at this point
Yes.
as of the other day?
Wow.
Now, I only have one picture
Okay.
because this was sent to me by the contractor, and he had to kind of take it through the fence there so you can get the whole thing in there. But this
Right.
is what it looks like.
Whoa.
Yeah,
dude.
does that look
Check
all
it
right?
out.
Yeah. So we're pretty happy with this.
Holy cow, dude.
My only little complaint is that the architect designed in these smaller windows. The small windows are good for down here because of pedestrians along.
Right.
You know, you want them a little higher, a little smaller, so
Right.
people don't. But he also put them upstairs, and I didn't really catch that when I looked at the plans. So the contractor added in these little trim pieces just to make things look a little dimensionally.
Oh, I see.
You know,
That wasn't.
No, this was not part of the plan at all. But as he's looking at it, you know, that's what you need. Somebody looks at this and says, you know what, we need something more here.
Yeah.
You know, so that really added a lot to this. And then he also added this here, which was not in the plans. This, you know, this little covering.
Yeah,
here.
that's not. Now, that the original building didn't have that corner.
It did.
Oh, it did have.
Yeah,
the
if we
corner.
go back here.
Oh, okay.
it had
Yeah, that's
that.
kind of hard to see.
Yeah, all right there.
Okay. All right.
So I will say, as much as I hate to say this, what we have now is a complete upgrade from what we had before.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, check this out. This was, this was all kind of sagging right in here anyway.
Yeah.
This was all suspect, and I knew that. So, you know, we have brand new footers. You know, this is all brand new footer
Yep,
along
mhm.
here, poured concrete, everything. You know, it's 2x8 walls, I think, or
Wow.
2x6 walls.
Yeah.
Can't remember. Now the inside is not done. The inside needs a lot of work as well.
Right.
But you know, I'm real happy with the outside. So finally,
So what are you going to have? Is the bottom still an office, or is that
the
gonna
bottom is going to be just sketched out because I couldn't afford to put in an apartment there.
Is
But
it big enough to put an apartment?
it'll
in?
be an efficiency apartment. Yeah, you know,
Okay.
a bed, a sofa, living area with a kitchenette and a shower, bathroom.
Yeah, okay,
You know,
right.
so that can all be fit in there, but that's a little bit beyond what I wanted to pay because there wasn't, in my opinion, there wasn't enough buffer as far as the money that I had to
Right.
to outfit that apartment. But this upstairs will turn back into what it was.
Okay.
So I'll hopefully be able to start running that shortly.
Okay. Great.
Start getting some income again out of that, and then you know we'll see if I have a few dollars left over, we might turn this into an efficiency, and
Mhm.
because it actually honestly looks a whole lot better than I was expecting.
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
now it's there. Well, you had a bunch of stuff in there, so it's hard. to-
Yeah, well, yeah. Before it was just used as storage, and that's why what I'll use it for right now is just more storage area. I could even rent it out as storage, but you know,
Yeah, you get more money. Well, of course, you have to spend more on it, but yeah, that's something to look at. Can we go back to the original picture? I just want to ask one question. The original before it was broken up. Yeah.
Right
Where's your to the left of your porch there? That is part of the house as well. Isn't
this
it?
is part.
No. To the left, like where you see.
Oh,
the-
over here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the twin home right there.
Oh, okay. The twin.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
So this is a
Right.
a 2-level twin home back here.
But where the porch is, that's one unit too.
Down here belongs to the back unit.
Oh.
This upstairs here belongs to this apartment over here.
Okay.
So this is the kitchen, and so they took a bedroom from this back unit. They stole a
Okay.
bedroom and turned it into a kitchen for this
Okay.
front unit.
So there's two Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this building has 3 units all together. And
Okay. Good.
downstairs, upstairs, and in the back.
Yeah, nice.
So
Wow.
yeah.
Well, you're a regular Donald Trump, aren't you?
But
No, I guess he would have left it. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah, right.
Move some
right.
bricks and you just
But
put your
look,
bed
look
back.
at all the beautiful area. Look at all the electric lines down
Yeah,
here. I mean,
wow.
good lord, good lord. All right, let's move on.
Okay, very good, very good, very good.
We saw that there was another vaccine. Whatever could I be talking about? Another vaccine.
And friends of mine, my friend Barbara and I were thinking you, since you're a teacher, already gotten your booster shot for the COVID. And
Yeah,
I'm
we
like,
were-
well, I
We
haven't
were,
heard
you know,
anything.
one track mind. We're thinking COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? It wasn't COVID shot, Keith. What was it?
It was shingles.
I got my shingles
Shingles.
shot. My
Now,
first shot the
It
other
kind
day.
of, we're coming from building into medicine. This isn't shingles has nothing to do with.
That's a good one too, because the company I just called in to the mountain house up there that I called in was called Nice Shingles.
Ah, great.
Yeah, so folks, I just
Something
got my
different,
shingles
though.
shot the other day on Thursday, and I will tell you this. And the doctor told me, she said I might feel some side effects and so forth. So I felt a little tiny bit of chills that evening, a little bit of achy. I also got my tetanus shot at that doctor's appointment. So I got tetanus over here and I got shingles over here, and both arms. Actually, this one's feeling pretty good by now. This one's still a little sore, but both arms trying to sleep. I was like, man,
yeah. Mhm.
well, what side do I sleep at? So they do it in different arms, so they know if there's a reaction, they know which.
What's right? From?
Which, yeah.
Right.
So we were talking about what shingles is, and I'm assuming that most people know what shingles is, and I don't think personally, I don't think we address this enough as a society
Mm-mm.
about the effects of shingles. And essentially, it comes from the chicken pox virus, which we'll see here in a minute. And I can't remember the name, and I can't even pronounce what that virus is. That lays dormant in your body if you've had chicken pox, and actually, it doesn't really matter. You still want to get the shot. That can resurface later in life, and when it comes back later in life, it's called the shingles. So it's pretty severe. It can be pretty severe when it comes back. So let's take a look at just this is shoot. Sorry, I keep going to that one. This is a little bit of older website, but it still pretty much has the same information on it that we need. So Shingrix is the new vaccine.
Oh, okay.
That's as of the last 5 years. That's probably what you got too.
Okay.
Apparently, this is a little bit more effective and longer lasting than the older vaccine that we had. So appropriate age is around 50 and older should get it. Let's see if we talk about what the possibilities. So do you want to talk about what?
My friend Barbara's. I'm very slow to get things done personally, medically, and she was telling me about her husband had shingles, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Barbara, but I believe he had a pain in his forehead for the rest of his life that was associated with shingles.
Yeah,
and a pain, like a headache that just wouldn't go away. That was associated with this virus, and and she was just telling me other things that I can't really recall at the moment. Just how horrible this virus disease is. So and you don't hear a whole lot about the shingles. I remember back when I was working at Painter's Crossing, a lady came out, and she probably wasn't super old, but I was 18 at the time, and she's like, "Oh, would you mind bringing up my mail? I got shingles." And Lenny, my buddy Lenny, looked at me. He's like, "What's that?" And I just thought it was something that old people got, and it was actually a skin thing. I don't know what I thought it was, but
right.
You figured something, an old disease and all that. And, but I do know one of the guys I work with. He's a couple of years older than me. He had it, and it's affected him. So
it apparently can in 95. What was it? 95% of the time, it does affect people like that, severely. Seldom do people get shingles and not really know it.
Okay. Yes.
So most people who get shingles definitely know it and have some severe effects from it.
Long lasting. Yes.
Long lasting. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Long lasting. Of course, in dire situations, it could be life threatening. So let's see here.
There you go, Patty.
Yeah. Morphine. Yes. Yeah. So if you haven't had your shingles shot, then definitely get your appointment set up to get that taken care
Yeah,
of.
Linda,
And-
if you're still on, I think I was talking to Linda about this recently after I got mine. So yeah, you guys should get it too.
yeah.
We're all in the same.
Get that set up. It's a 2-shot deal, just like
Right.
the COVID,
Mhm.
which I've never heard of a 2-shot before
Right,
vaccine
yes.
until COVID. And
Yes.
now this one's
Right.
so yeah. So anyway, there was definitely some side effects, not nearly as bad as the COVID shot that I got, but there was some side effects of being drowsy, sore, a little bit of chills. I did not sleep great the other night.
I can't
Um,
really remember, other than I guess the COVID thing overshadowed it. But
Yeah,
maybe
right.
I just my arm might have been sore for a little bit. You know,
Right.
like the whole, not just the. But I can't remember being sickly at all from it. So,
Well, good.
but
Good.
it's,
Yeah, it may not affect. It may not affect.
I tell you what, I got sick time. Anytime I go to like the other day, it's a little bit of side, like I said, a side thing
Of course.
here. Going past the CVS the other day, or actually it's Rite Aid that I go to. I felt that I should probably call in sick.
Just because, right?
Yeah. I got sick time, and it's there to use it. So most of us do have that in our jobs. And I just thought that, since I was driving by, I didn't know what was going to happen the rest of the day. So I
Preventative.
what's the one that goes wah, wah, wah?
It would be. Let's see if we this one.
Yeah.
That one.
That's,
Yeah.
it should, instead of sad trombone, it should say bad joke.
I can
All right.
change that. I can change that. Okay. All right. So get your vaccination
Yes.
for shingles if you have not done that.
And when
yet.
I,
it is definitely very serious.
when I got mine done, the lady said that it's a 2-shot deal. And for now, they said sometime in the future, there might be,
It's the 1-shot deal.
or a booster
Oh,
or
a
something.
booster.
But
Yeah.
this is, for now, this is it. Well, 2 shots and you're good for. But like
Got
I
it.
said, it's a newer one we're getting now. It's newer, so maybe in 20 years you might have to get a booster. But yeah,
Shall we move on?
let's move on.
All right. So let's move on to some more impressive news. All eyes on Florida now, right?
Yes.
Well, the Delta variant really is kind of taken off. Go ahead.
I tell you, it's a progressive state. It's a really progressive state. They're they're making inroads to just thinking that, quite frankly, that the United States is, we're just not doing that yet. I mean, they're so far ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I think they're trying to bring down their population.
I think so. Probably to a nothing.
Is that called population control?
Yes.
Has anybody
I
talked
think
about that yet?
somebody, well, the Everglades are disappearing, and what's his name? DeSanto. It's funny. My old landlords from my garage they're just.
Oh, really? It was the
DeSantis.
same.
Yes, and they both, two of the brothers, they retired and moved to Florida. So I'm gonna have to see if I can. What is up with you guys?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
So
anyway,
let's look at 2 headlines here, folks. Okay. Headline number 1. Let's go to this one here. Florida reports. This is recent, just like yesterday or the day before. Florida reports 22,000 new cases, 199 deaths, 13,000 hospitalizations Friday. So it's not good.
do we know how many people are in Florida?
We could find out. We could find out. Yeah, and I'll pull up that map that we had last week. But anyway, let's pull that up now. Let's see if I can find it. So
I mean, 12,000 in one day.
things are
That
not going. Let's see. Where is the? Let's see. Where do you see the vaccination
seems-
tracker?
well, it says
Here we
count
go.
by- okay.
Vaccination tracker. So things are not going well in Florida. And I have one more headline to show you, but Keith was asking how many people are in Florida. Actually, as that's loading, let's go to here.
There he is.
So here's good old DeSantis and the Florida Board of Education. Florida will offer school vouchers in cases of COVID-19 harassment. So they are like, they're not allowed. The schools in Florida at this point are not allowed to require students to wear masks.
Mhm.
So in case the school harasses the children or the child, then they get regarding COVID or makes them wear masks, then they will get a voucher to go to a different school.
Wow.
You know,
How does that?
I don't know. It's really, in my opinion, this is really kind of spiraling out of control. I really feel that DeSantis has gotten himself into this rut where he feels one track, this is the track that he's going to take, literally to hell with what the healthcare professionals are saying.
Right.
This is what I'm going to do because that's what my supporters want me to do. And it's just, I don't know. What do you guys think out there? It's just really, it's kind of disturbing. All right.
The disturbing part is, the parents who feel the other way have to send their kids to the same school. That it's sending your kids to a leper colony when there's a cure for leprosy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he wants to just leave it to the what does he say? Leave the parents' discretion. Now, I mean, everybody's a parent at some point, but not everybody's a good parent, and they've got their own agenda, even when it
I know, and
affects the health of their child. Really,
I'm still trying to understand the whole freedom thing. It's just anyway. So here's 20 million. In Florida. Okay, and at this point, 59% have at least one dose, and let's go to the fully vaccinated here, since we're on here and down in Florida. So 49% of Floridians, have been fully vaccinated. Let's go up to Pennsylvania here. Are we about that? They're about 52%.
Okay.
So we're not a whole lot better in that regard.
Right.
It'd be nice to see that number a bit higher, but we're not making wearing face masks illegal, essentially.
Right.
Yes. It's just mind-boggling how somebody in his position could take such a position on this and just completely ignoring what every healthcare
going back
professional.
to the last administration, Joel. If this had started, how many hundreds of thousands of people would be still alive if we jumped on it right away and said this is a major,
Yeah.
I was just watching something on Italy is they're really stepping up, and they got a bunch of protesters too now. Italy
they were top of the
epicenter there, and they didn't have room to bury. They didn't have caskets to put their dead in. They didn't have places to put their dead.
You might think that alone would wake people up.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It's like, well, and that's what they were saying. It's infringing on their civil liberties.
I mean, all these these southern states, Florida, Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, maybe. I mean, all those hospitals are at capacity now. They're
right.
all at capacity. And every so often you see this interview with somebody who didn't get the vaccine. Oh, go get your vaccine. Don't end up like me. Well,
that's too late.
I don't know. What do you people think out there? How many
were vaccinated? Hey, Myron, what's happening?
How many were vaccinated? Let's see, Myron, what's your question? How many were vaccinated in Florida, or how many were vaccinated that's sick? Let's see if I can. And that's not to say, of course, that you won't get sick if you are vaccinated.
Right. Yes.
But of course, the data shows that if you are vaccinated and you get sick, then it will be very mild. Most likely will be very mild. Now, some people have been vaccinated and have died. And we should probably do a segment of the cases where people say they were vaccinated and then died because of the vaccine. So that's something we need to research a little bit more on too. And I realize where that caused a little hesitancy. But if you're hesitant to get the vaccine, then how about you wear a mask?
Right.
How about you just, I'm not going to get that vaccine, but I will wear a mask.
Yeah,
what's wrong with that?
I guess this segment I was watching yesterday, and they were in Italy, and it was an American they were talking to. And apparently, I think they're either doing it or going to do it. You have to show proof of your shot, or you can't get into anywhere. Restaurants, bars.
Oh, well, yeah, that's going back to Nazism. Show me your papers.
Yeah. Well, right? This guy, he's an American. I mean, he looked like he was Italian, but so they started talking to him. He was definitely American. And the guy's like, well, what are you going to do? He goes, well, I guess I won't be. Now, this idiot is traveling internationally in the midst of a pandemic, which he should be doing it all to begin with. And he's not vaccinated, and he does not wearing, he's not wearing a mask. Disregard for his fellow human being.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly
amazing. So the reason why I say show me your papers and all that, but you will see on Fox News that if, when they bring up the segments about showing your vaccination card, that is, we're going back to Nazi Germany where you have to show papers to get it. Now, when you go to vote, that's different. Right. When you go to vote, you got to show that's different.
Yeah.
But to show that you've had in a pandemic, to show that you've had your vaccine shot, that's anyway.
Yeah,
So Myron, I'm not quite sure what
Okay,
your question was.
We got it. The next, relative to the Florida recent stats of 200 dead and two. Oh, he wants to know how many.
Let's see. Relative to the Florida recent stats of 109 dead and the 200,000 new cases, how many were vaccinated?
Yeah.
I don't think we have the answer to that question. Good research question. I always tell tell my students that. You know what? I don't have the answer, but that is a great research question.
Hey, and then you have the bell. Hey, time to go.
Yeah, that's right. So all right,
it would be nice to know that. But,
yeah. All right. And again, if people who get sick who are vaccinated, typically, and even for the shingles, I read the same thing for the shingles. If you get the shingles once you're vaccinated, then typically it's a mild case of the shingles. Yeah. So, folks, what do you think of the incentives to get vaccinated? Like states have done lotteries, states have done, you get free beer. I like that one, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like I got vaccinated way too early.
Really?
I should have waited
to buy
a few
all my
months.
beer the last 6 months.
Anyway, one of our friends sent us a link to. Let's get back to our screen share here. To in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, a shot at free meat for a year as vaccine push continues in Montgomery County. So up here, and I think actually this is coming up this weekend. I forget what the dates are here.
I would imagine this is a lottery as well. I can't imagine.
Yes, right. So it is a lottery. Yes. So if you go to get vaccinated
in Monco,
I believe this is I'm sorry, I don't have Best Buy.
Well, Montgomery County.
Right. But one of the supermarkets is putting it on. But
I see.
When you go to get vaccinated, you get a free burger, fries, and
okay.
So you get basically a free lunch, which I think is great.
I think it's a good idea.
I think that's great. And then you can put your name in a lottery to get selected to win meat for a year.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about? I actually kind of like this idea, and I'm okay with $100 gift card or free beer, but. Maybe that's going a little bit overboard. Maybe like I said, those who got get that out there.
Well, I don't think it's
maybe those who got vaccinated earlier are now like,
hey, I want some meat. Where's the beef?
Yeah, right? Can I get a gift card for? I go ahead.
It's the ones that are, and if you're going to give a free lunch, there's a lot of people in the. I don't know what Montgomery County's like, but every county has a poor population that either can't get to it or is hungry. Maybe skips a meal every once in a while. So, if I can get a free hamburger to get a shot, why not?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Good job.
And that's socialism. That's communism.
That's man,
Big Brother.
That's right. Was that socialism? That's got to be another topic of discussion. What are examples of socialism?
Yes.
What and why is the word socialism? I really haven't read. Why?
No,
why
I
is
have
it
to
such
do
a big
some
deal? But
myself, my friend Myron and I talk about this a lot, and there's a lot of social stuff going on in this country. Well, the vaccine social. Who is paid for the vaccine?
Not me.
I haven't paid for it.
No. Well, I guess maybe we have through taxes, right?
Right. But everybody pays taxes in the world, and.
Keith,
anyway,
we're
raising a lot of questions here that we're going to have to eventually get some answers to. This one I know, and we had.
So I think somebody answered this. This is
no. Hold on a minute, because we want to know what you think it is, Joel.
What I think it is. Wait, there's a fly here.
Fruit fly followed me home from.
We could use that. We could also, we could use it for that too.
Oh,
whack. And then
probably my really flat samples I could probably dust.
All right, folks, this is, and I think somebody put this up. Maybe it was Barbara.
Oh, one more thing. on-the-go ironing board. Got a little tiny.
That's
iron.
true. Yeah. Mini iron.
You know, you got to hold it, but
All right. So Barbara put up and she put in that this was a car inside windshield cleaner, and you are absolutely correct.
Wow.
Good job, Barbara.
Somebody else said, was it Patty? Somebody said something about that Missy said clean some type of wall or window. So that's
Yeah.
good too.
And any kind of window actually. So I keep this in my car, and when I will Windex and use paper towels for the inside of my car windshield, and then I will take this. You know, I kind of get that blotchy
The residue, yes.
yeah, all that stuff. So you take this as a dry rub over top, and you just kind of really scrub the inside, and it really works well.
Now that's not the same dry rub as a if you were maybe going to smoke a big piece of beef or something, right?
You know, there's always possibilities. But I would not recommend using
But it's a
this on,
microfiber cloth, which
yeah.
is those things are really good.
Yeah,
You
you
can
take this off,
Yep.
throw it in a wash.
yep. And you
Yeah,
put
so
that
if you
on
don't
there.
have one of this, it's called invisible glass. I do recommend this. You just keep it in your car. And you can use it on inside windows too. You wash your windows on the inside, and just, when you're done, you can really get a nice.
Especially on the inside window, sometimes in your dash or the windshield, it's hard to get
Exactly.
down in there.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
very
So
good. Okay.
yeah. So that's going to be our new segment. What is this?
What is this?
Yeah.
Starting out with what is the show? We don't know.
What is the purpose of the show? Hey, folks, if you're getting any value out of our show today, we would love for you to smack the like button. Love the love button. Give us a share. We would love a share. Check out smackandjack.com, which is still in progress, etc., etc. I think it is time for trivia and jokes and all that good stuff. You still with me?
Yeah, we'll do that in a little bit though.
Okay.
Okay. What were you saying? I'm reading.
Yeah, we can do a follow-up.
Yes,
For,
our
yeah.
audience is a lot smarter than us today.
Yes. Well,
Every day.
I would say the tables have turned, but that is
They're still spinning.
that is certainly not true.
All
All
right,
right.
now we are the canvas, and then our audience is the painter, and that's what's great about our show.
I like that.
Yeah, we're
You're waxing
Very-
poetic. All right, folks. Today we have trivia. The Olympics are going on. We have not mentioned one word about the Olympics.
and you know what? I'm okay with that.
We've been watching some of the Olympics. Anybody out there watching the Olympics? Okay, so today's trivia is going to be a little bit different. We're going to read trivia too. We have 6 questions that have to do with the Olympics.
Okay.
Keith's going to read them for you, and then we'll come back a little bit later and give you those, obviously, the answers.
Yes,
But I'm
okay.
not going to put them up for you because I really have to customize the slides and all that stuff, and I didn't have the time last night
Okay.
to customize. So we're just going to read
So
them.
we're just
to you. All
listening.
right.
Okay.
So question number 1. Go ahead.
Question number 1 in 1904, which athlete was disqualified for doing a big portion of the 40-kilometer race via car? Now that's something. That's
I
great.
love that.
Yeah. Question number 2. Number two. Now, at the 2008 Olympics, Michael Phelps broke whose record in most gold medals in swimming? Oh, I might have an answer. Well, I know a name. That doesn't necessarily mean I know the answer. Okay, number 3. Which comedian appeared in the 2012 Olympic Games opening ceremony? Hope it wasn't Bill Cosby. Oh, wrong one.
Wrong
See,
one.
I haven't had this board in so long.
Just go with that one.
There you go.
Go ahead.
Question number 4. The 1968 Olympic torch relay followed the path of which historical explorer? 1968. Number 5. Which country has hosted the most Olympic Games? Which country? Okay, all right. I got a couple of. All right, number 6 is the last one. The first modern Olympics were held in what year?
All right, so let me go through these one more time. I know there's 6. We're reading them. In 1904, which athlete was disqualified for doing a big portion of 40-kilometer race via car?
That's great.
I love that question.
Yeah, that is.
In
I want to meet this
1904.
guy.
At the 2008 Olympics, Michael Phelps broke whose record in most gold medals in swimming? Number 3, which comedian appeared in the 2012 London Olympic Games opening ceremony? Number 4, 1968 Olympic torch relay followed the path of which historical explorer? Number 5, which country has hosted the most Olympic Games? And number 6, the first modern Olympics were held in what year? Okay.
A little caveat there. I believe I heard Michael Phelps. This is the first Olympics he hasn't been in since like 2004.
Yeah, he was in a lot.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. And there was a young, I would say young lady. She's not young anymore, but this was her 4th Olympics.
Wow.
I forget. She's American runner. She got bronze yesterday.
A runner.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see an archery or like a gun or
Yeah, like, you know, swimming,
running.
and he medaled in every one, right? He was like the best. Okay. So let's go on to our jokes, and then we'll come back to the trivia. Oh, and we want to do this day in history too.
Yes,
right?
yes.
All right, boy, we got a lot to go, and we're just about there, folks. Shall we do jokes first?
Going through. Yeah, let's do
Jokes first.
Yeah.
All right. So I have them on my little cue card here. You ready for this one? How do all the oceans say hello to each other?
They use waves.
They wave.
Oh, I got it.
Number 2. What did one wall say to the other wall?
What?
I'll meet you at the corner. What do you call a bear with no teeth?
What?
A gummy bear. That sounds vaguely familiar. We have done that before.
Okay.
What do you call a pig that knows karate? A pork chop.
No.
Those are not from Tokopedia, my friends. That was from, I forget what the website was for that. All right,
There we
shall
go.
we do a little bit of this day in history?
Yeah, okay, let's do some this day in history. I got a couple of things. Just a couple of things, because I've been working on this since about 8:59.
Yeah, his work starts when I get here.
Yeah, this day in 2001, guitarist William Lewis Billy Bird, dies in that. Billy Bird was he died at 81 in 2001. He was known as the first to introduce the electric guitar to country music. Billy Bird.
Okay.
And that's something. 1971, the Bee Gees started a 4-week run at number 1 with in the U.S. singles chart. How Can You Mend a Broken Heart? Remember? How can you mend a broken heart? It was kind of like that. 1971.
Face the microphone a little bit more because you're. Well, not for that. Read your next one.
Okay. What else I had? I thought I had 4 of them. It looks like I've only got 3, right? 1, 2, 3.
I think so.
Yeah. Goodness sakes. I learned how to, what do you call it? Save and paste.
Copy and paste.
Copy and paste. And, it's a
Folks, when I say if you only knew what I had to put up with when I get here in the morning, copy and paste.
That's not it. It is copy and paste.
It is copy and paste.
Okay,
But the fact that I'm teaching you how to do it when I get here is.
Yeah. Right before the show comes on. This day, 1965, in England, the Byrds, Mr. Tambourine Man, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong there, Myron, wasn't Mr. Tambourine Man written by Bob Dylan? I think it was. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man.
Was it? Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Okay,
Bob
all
was quite prolific back in the day in the Byrds. It was knocked out of number 1 place by who else but the Beatles? Help. I need somebody. Help.
Yeah.
You think the Beatles are the first kind of rock and roll as we know it, but there was stuff brewing as they were,
Sure.
It's just they kind of knocked everything out of the
Right. They were
ballpark.
just
So it just
Yeah.
crazy. And this day. So anyway, the Byrds. Can you imagine that? McGuinn, Clark, and Hillman. I think there was another guy. I think it was called The Other Guy.
I like it. That's a good name
very
for a
good.
band. And the other guy.
The Other Guy, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, that's
All right.
this day in history.
So, let's see. So Myron said Bob Dylan it was.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good job there. And Patty must be talking about you. You're in rare form this morning.
Oh, great. Thanks, Patty.
And you like our jokes. Yes, we like the fact that you can tell our jokes around the dinner table, no matter who is
Yes.
sitting at
Yes.
the dinner table,
Yes,
right?
There are, yes.
See, Myron, about 99.2% of COVID-related deaths since the beginning of 2021. What does that say? I don't know.
Still don't know what that said. Yeah.
I don't know what you're getting at here.
Well,
Sorry,
that was. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't. Well, sorry. We're. Shall we get back to our
See,
trivia?
now, if we were a real Fox outlet, we would just make something up right now.
Well, we can make it up, or we would have Myron on the show.
Yes.
Or zoom
No,
in from
because
wherever you
Myron
are.
sounds like he knows what he's talking about. We
Yeah,
can't have anybody on the show that
that's
knows
true.
what he's talking about.
That is true.
So,
That would be a little
yeah, we
awkward.
can't be a Fox affiliate if we know that. Woo!
All right, let's get back to our
It'd be great if we
trivia.
get shut down. Tucker's there. He's putting his little bow tie on, and he kind of scrolls by us in the morning. Man, they're making fun of us, man. Shut them down. All right, let's keep it going. Yeah, we're gonna run out.
Yeah, we're running really long here. All
Let's
right,
go back to the.
let's get on to our trivia, and then we'll get out of here, folks. We have already ruined your day thus
What happened
far.
there?
All right.
Okay. Question number 1 in 1904. Which athlete was disqualified for doing a big portion of the 40-kilometer race via car?
And no, it was not Keith Lunderman.
Do we have any?
Yeah, I don't know if we got any.
No, it would have been borrowing Dad's station wagon if it was Keith Lunderman.
1975 country squire.
Country Squire, yes.
Yeah.
Fred Lours.
Yeah, Fred Lours.
That's the first I've ever heard about. I'm
Yeah.
surprised that doesn't come up in the Summer Olympics, just as like the funniest thing ever.
That yes, I agree.
I mean, they should have a picture of the guy. He should be like an Olympic saint. That's great.
Number 2.
In 2008 Olympics, Michael Phelps broke whose record in most gold medals in swimming? And that's exactly who I was going to say.
Was there anybody who got this one? This is a little bit more of an obvious answer.
Isn't the Spitz family from around here? Remember, Dad used to down by our school. I thought there was a relative, there was a
Right.
doctor or something like that. Anyway, it's Mark Spitz, and it's the name I remember from way back. That must have been the 70s. And he was quite a dynamo, and I do remember that. Okay, number 3. Which comedian appeared in the 2012 Olympic Games opening ceremony? No kidding. One of my favorites. Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson.
Rowan Atkinson.
Okay, Patty came up. Yep. I often dream about Mark Spitz myself.
Is that what you said? That's great. All right, number 4.
Okay, number 4. The 1968 Olympic torch relay was followed the path of which historic explorer? Oh. So now, did that mean that guy he had to kill a bunch of people when he got to wherever he was?
Maybe that's what happened. All
Where's the rim shot here?
Shut up! Yeah. All right. So the answer is
Christopher Columbus.
thank you, Keith, for elaborating on every single answer we got.
Why is this 20-minute show run 2 hours? And
It's
15
almost
minutes?
after 10 o'clock. All right. Let's go on. Number 5. Which country?
Which country has hosted the most Olympic Games?
Yeah.
United States. I was thinking Europe.
Yeah, I was surprised
For
that
some reason, like
States
those
too.
alpine countries sometimes.
Yeah.
But okay. All right. Number 6. The first modern Olympics was held in what year? Wow. Now that's. I was thinking, they stopped it for a while around the Second World War or first or something like that. So I thought that was, that's.
So that was the beginning of the modern.
Right. The beginning. It was 1896 in Athens, Greece.
Yeah. Athens, Greece.
Wow,
So
okay.
back where it started,
Right.
like
yes.
way
Mhm.
back where it started.
And I spent some time in Athens years ago,
Mhm.
and I did have
You're a real homie there.
Yeah, yes,
Like,
I
you
am.
pull in, they were like,
mhm.
hey.
Apparently, they don't like the Turks over there. And I'm talking to this guy, and my dear friend Themis is fluent in Greek because he is Greek. And the guy looked at me, he said, "What are you, Turkish?" And I just, said no, but whatever. And then so I tell my friend Themis later on that evening, he busts up laughing because he was, I don't know how you would equate that to somebody over here that you don't like.
Right. That's funny.
Yeah.
That is funny.
So anyway, I went to a Turkish delicatessen that night and had some whatever. Yeah. All right, are we done, Joe? I mean,
We're done. Folks,
I don't
that
know
is-
if it's the coffee
that is
or
pretty
just
much
the
all we
fact
can
that
do.
I'm so happy to be here today.
Yeah. So, Keith, we're probably not going to have another show, probably not next week, right?
No, I'm actually going to take a couple days vacation.
Yeah,
Believe it or not.
you're going to be away. Look who's going to be away.
Yeah, look who's got the whole summer off, and look who's going to have like a couple days off. But like I said, we talked about last week. Some of us make better choices, life choices, than others.
All right, so we will not be around next week, and just keep posted for our next show.
Yeah.
Because from here out in August, things get a little sketchy as far as the holiday weekend coming up.
Right.
You'll be away. I may be away from one of those Saturdays.
School's going back. Kids are getting
School's
back
going-
into
yeah.
band. Are
Yeah.
both the kids doing band this year?
No. Sophia's doing band.
Okay.
It's her senior year.
Okay.
Sophia's senior. Caroline's going to be a freshman.
All right.
And the first Lunderman in our clan not to be in marching band.
Oh, goodness.
It's been a very sore subject
Oh.
at home. Yeah. But she's doing field hockey.
Okay. Yeah.
She's
good.
doing field
Yeah.
and she's doing very well with guitar, I might say.
Okay.
She's doing very well with guitar.
Now,
Classical
when we
guitar.
were in band, you couldn't be in the stage band, which everybody wanted to be in, unless you were in the marching band. Now, now Rich was a guitar player; he wasn't in the marching band. Now, could you play?
Yeah, I'm
could
not
she
sure
be-
what he has set up for that at this
Okay.
point.
Because I mean, if she's doing well, I mean, that would be awesome to
Yeah.
see her do some stage. And like I said, stage. Is that what it's called? Stage
Jazz band.
Jazz band. Yeah,
Jazz
yeah.
ensemble. Yeah.
Yeah,
Stage-
that was always
stage
because it was a
band.
smaller group. The people were just, I remember a sax player. He was just great. I mean, there was a piano player that was outstanding. I remember this guy played Free Bird.
Oh yeah.
Like the album version where it was a piano he played, and now there was no music back
Right,
then. He
right,
must have
yeah.
just figured it. So there was a couple of kids that were just outstanding. So, and I'm sure they're that way over at Pencrest now. So
That's it.
My God, I'm
All right.
exhausted. I am exhausted. I got to take
Folks,
a nap before I open the show.
Thanks for joining us
Story.
today. We hope you have a fantastic rest of the weekend,
Yes.
a fantastic rest of the summer. Stay tuned for our next post and when we'll be back on. We really
Keep an eye on the masks. Looks like
Yeah.
the masks might be coming
Yep.
back. If you got to wear a mask, you got to wear a mask.
Yeah, is it
Yeah.
really such a big deal? Is my question. And we're preaching to the choir here.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
So,
we are
yes,
preaching
we have
to
a
the
very,
choir.
very intelligent fan base here. So
Yes. But
Anyway.
that's my question: is wearing a mask such a big deal?
Yep.
That it has literally divided our country.
it has.
Anyway,
Unfortunately. So,
folks,
yes.
we really appreciate you being on. Let's get out of here. Enjoy your Saturday, Sunday. Don't let the heat get you down.
And remember, you deserve a thought of your own.
So be in touch to learn, laugh, and live. Thanks for joining us on Smack and Jack Live.
We'll see you soon.
All right,
Thanks
see you
for
guys.
stopping by.
Jack up your knees, smack Jack it up, smack Jack up your knees, smack Jack it up, smack in the face. Jack up your income, smack in the face.